Hi guys, welcome to a new episode. Today, actually, it's very special because it is the 50th episode I've been doing. Um, yeah, it just time just flew by, and it's every day just adds up, and it seems like we already made it to 50. So another like a 275 to do, and then it's gonna be a year, right? Today I would love to talk about something very simple that I think a lot of us just take it for granted, and we do not necessarily pay a lot of attention to it. But I would love to focus on one fact, on how to slow down to have a little bit more meaningful day, week, month, year, and life. So let's just start by maybe asking a question. How often do you find yourself that you got from point A to point B without even knowing how you kind of got there? Just turning on the autopilot and just kind of went there. How often do you walk and it's not even necessarily drive, and it's like you haven't even really looked at what was around you, notice the people, the nature. How many of you are kind of doing that? It's like, I know I am. So I would love to encourage all of us to kind of start slowing down and being a little bit more present and aware of what's going on. Um, it's like we are, even when you're driving, right? We're listening to news, we're listening, we're checking the phone, we're always busy. It's like not only, I think the only time when our minds are not working is when we're sleeping, maybe potentially meditating, but our minds are working nonstop. And because of technology, and a lot of times you're allowing that to kind of add to the crazy early lifestyle that we've had. So I would like us to take a pause and start really analyzing what are our habits daily, and it's like, do we wake up, what is the first thing we do? Do you reach for the cell phone? Who has done it? Yep, sure. It's like, how many emails, what's going on, what are the news? It's like, what is the newest update on the coronavirus, right? So I totally understand, and I relate. But I've been thinking a lot how the life of me as a dad has allowed me to slow down and to think a little bit more and be a bit more um, cautious of how I'm spending my time, and to choose the actions that I think will benefit me and the family around me. And not only want to set up obviously a good example for my little one, but at the same time I want to make sure that I'm having a quality of life. So what are some of the things that we can do to slow down? And one of the things that always comes up, and then people say it left and right, is simplify, right? But how is it possible? How is it possible to, sorry, the light went off. As a DP, I will be missing my backlight right now, but it's quite okay. Uh, but how is it possible to go and simplify those things? And I think it's we have to understand how to prioritize certain things. There are things we have to do, absolutely, but are there things that we can live out, that we can live without? For an example, how much television do we watch? How much are we on a social media? I think those two, for a lot of the people, I would argue, big percentage of us would free up a lot of time. So there are areas in your life that you can definitely live without, and you can create a simpler yet better, more present life. So I would love to, encourage you to start paying attention to those things. Think about a sprinter. Life is not a sprint, right? It's like we here are for the race, and we want to make sure that we take all the benefits, because we have to maintain our energy level for a long time, and we want to make sure that if we keep running, and health, and we make sure that we are reserving the energy for the long duration, and maybe even set up a system that we can get re-energized, and we can do it, with a smile as well. So I think that's when I think about positive and awesome life. That I think those are the concepts that really come to my mind. So in order to appreciate more life more greatly, I think it's the moment when we slow down, we will start learning to appreciate the little things in life even more. Because let's face it, there are going to be 3, 4, 5 big events happening in life. Maybe 10, right? How often do we go on a trip? How often do you get married? How often do you go on a, excuse me, on a honeymoon? So there are going to be the big factors that are going to be affecting our life. But ultimately, we learn to really enjoy the tiny little things every day. It's going to be shown. People are going to notice that, and then we're going to be changing our life for the better, every single day. So I would encourage every single one of us to focus on the little things, simplify, and then you definitely can create a better, happier person, and the life around you will definitely improve. So with that, have a fantastic rest of the day. Thank you for watching the 50th episode. If you have not clicked the little button, please do. So do subscribe. I'll talk to you next time.